And alright, ladies and gentlemen, the second game is on the way. We have Dream against not Finale, but of course against the Zerg player that we've seen already against BboongBboong. And I will just make sure that the spelling is correct and everything. Okay, here we go. So yeah, sorry for this slight problem with the overlay just a second ago, but we fixed it in time, and now we have Zerg versus Terran coming up on Antigua Shipyard. This is the second game of the clan war between Prime and MVP. Dream is the new player for Team MVP, as BboongBboong was able to take down Finale in the first game on dual side. So now we are on Antigua Shipyard. At the bottom of the map we have our Zerg player. For Prime we have BboongBboong, and he is starting in the blue colors, while his opponent Dream, starting at the top of the map in red, is none other than MVP Dream. It was a very nice opening by BboongBboong in the last map. He went to his opponent's base immediately upon starting the map and placed down a hatchery, while Finale was trying to build a very early expansion. He went for the Forge first play. So let's see what Dream is up to, what he has up his sleeve in order to beat BboongBboong. Antigua Shipyard is a map that is really nice for Zerg versus Terran. It's a pretty nice map, and we've seen a lot of awesome games on Antigua so far. It usually evolves around the fourth map. You can get really pretty easily defended third base, and especially Terran players tend to take the third base quite soon. At least they usually take the second base very early in the game, and shortly after that they place down another command center in their main base, use the third mule, and of course the ability to produce 3 SCVs at a time to keep their economy going. And after a while, as soon as the siege tanks are done, they just switch over to the third base location and place down said command center. At the same time, it's a little bit more difficult for the Zerg to get his third base, because most Terran players try to get a bunch of Hellions onto the map in order to have some map control. And with the Hellions, they can deny the creep spread and the third base for a couple of minutes. But the Zerg tend to make up for it by just droning up on 2 bases, making sure that they start a decent early tag, and after the tag is finished, they start to attack the Hellions and start with the third base. So it kind of evens out. But the problem is getting the fourth base. The fourth and the fifth base, you need to spread them out quite a lot, so your whole bases are very scattered across the map, and it's quite hard to defend them, especially when the Terran player is going for some nice drop play. And here's the factory that we've been talking about. The reactor is already being built as well, so we will see Hellions, and our Zerg is already preparing with 2 queens, getting speed for the Zerglings, and we will probably see a spine crawler very soon as well. Antigua is a map where you can use Mutalisks, but a lot of players decided to use Ultralisks to stay on a very Ling heavy build in the mid game and use Infestors in order to delay push of the opponent, in order to put more pressure onto the Marines, and then in the later stages just tech the hive, get Adrenal Glands, get Ultralisks as well. And this is a very powerful combination on Antigua Shipyard, because there's huge areas, especially in the middle of the map, where you can make good use of Ultralisks. Here's the Spinecrawler that we've already been waiting for, and the first tumors placed down to spread the creep. Let's have a quick look into the middle of the map, where a bunch of Zerglings are already trying to take the third watch, not the third watchtower, but the watchtower. We have the expansion now, the Reactor Hellion expansion for Dream, and the harvest account reveals 24 drones for BboongBboong and 21 SCVs for Dream. So yeah, pretty usual opening for both of these players. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's kind of standard up to now. The Hellions already in position to deny creep. He will be able to place down another creep tumor. One creep tumor shouldn't be the problem, but as soon as that creep tumor is in existence, it will be very hard to spread the creep down the ramp. So for now we have a bunch of Zerglings just roaming the map, trying to get some kind of map awareness, get an idea of what exactly is happening, and the Zerg player will at some point start with his attack probably quite soon, use 3 of his drones in order to get gas again. He pulled off the drones after he had enough gas for the metabolic boost, but the drone count is already up to 37 on 2 bases, so he can't just drone up further and get gas in order to start his lair tech, while our Terran player is now going for the macro hatch already. The Terran player with a 3rd base in his main. So exactly what we predicted, kind of the standard build on Antigua. Nothing special. The siege tanks are being built now. And having a quick look at the bottom of the map, we have 4 additional Zerglings. There are a bunch of Hellions. He's already getting his first evolution chamber, and now he's getting gas. And so he should, because he needs a lot of gas now, so that he can start with his tech, that he can start with his upgrades, and if he decides to go for Mutalisks, which is also a valid choice on Antigua Shipyard, he needs a lot of gas as soon as the lair tech finishes, but also if he just throws down the infestation pit. Infestors are pretty expensive when it comes down to gas, so he really needs a lot of it, and he's taking 3 extractors at the same time, while the Terran player is doing what we were talking about. He's just trying to deny the creep spread, at the same time denying the 3rd base while taking a 3rd on his own. He's already going for the siege tanks, getting the upgrade for siege mode, and adding more and more SCVs in order to keep up with his opponent's economy. He's not quite able to do so. He has those 2 mules, he has the 3rd mule in a matter of seconds thanks to his 3rd orbital command, but we have him on 35 to 54 harvesters, while lair tech is now underway, and at the same time we have once again the Hellions just in front of the creep spread. 2 spine crawlers just to be very, very safe. A little bit of SimCity. He didn't place the evolution chamber to the right though, getting now another building, which is the Baneling nest, just to make sure that he's able to withstand any pressure build of his opponent, and placing down the spine crawlers at the bottom of the ramp. So slowly but steadily, BboongBboong trying to get a 3rd base. He finished his lair tech. He's starting burrow already, and there's the spire. So he decides to go for the spire tech. One thing that you can also do is, for example, just start with a Spire, get a bunch of Mutalisks to get map control, attack your opponent's base a little bit, try to harass him, pin him down in his main base, and then switch your tech, get a bunch of Infestors, and just go for Infestor Ling while you're waiting for your Hive tech, and obviously later on just transition into Broodlords. The third base being built for BboongBboong right after lair tech finished, so we have speed for the Banelings, and both players are really passive right now. Also the Terran player not getting all too aggressive. He has his third build. As soon as his siege tanks had the siege upgrade, he started to lift the orbital command towards the third base position, and by now we have enough Zerglings for BboongBboong so that he can get access to the Xelaga Watchtower again, chasing off the Hellions. We have 70 against 47 supply when it comes down to the harvester count, and a lot of overlords scattered across the map. He's doing a really good job at trying to get a glimpse of when his opponent is starting his drop play, because that's what you usually expect on Antigua. You expect drops to happen, but for now we don't have a single medivac for Dream. He's now just getting the first few medivacs, so he might start with a drop play quite soon, but well, the Lings first of all pick off two of the Hellions trying to sneak into the main base, into the third base. We have +1 attack, and here come the Zerglings getting beaten bloody by the siege tanks. More and more drones now. He's on 3 bases. He knows he's safe for now, so he's just droning up again. BboongBboong with a very, very solid play right now. A very standard game on Antigua Shipyard. This is the GSL version of the map, so both players were aware from the start that they were starting on cross positions, and now the game is starting to evolve around those 4th bases. And it's kind of interesting. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see which base BboongBboong is trying to take. Apparently, as he's destroying the rocks right now, he's trying to take this base, and we'll see if he's succeeding in, if he will succeed in defending it. We have the infestation pit already being built. The first Mutalisks are on the map, and of course the creep is being spread across the map too. He needs to start to spread his creep further in order to connect it with a potential 4th, and the Mutalisks in a position to attack the 3rd base, but no, wait. Dream is ready for it. He's just now researching combat shield, pretty late, 13-minute mark, but he didn't need it before. He was pretty safe. Has now the first missile turret, bunch of marines at that, and of course both of them are just trying to get a little bit more of map control. Well, actually, BboongBboong is the only one who's trying to control the map right now. Dream is happy, is sitting on 3 bases. He will wait a little bit longer before he starts pushing out. He's already on 1-1 upgrades with this marine, getting +2/+2. Playing pretty passive, but for now it's okay. Starting to push out now, while we have the lair upgrade for, hive upgrade for his opponent, and 2 additional queens, getting the 4th base now. And will he be able to defend it? That's the main question. And you might have seen that we had Dream just scanning ahead quite a bit, and this is a very smart move, as a lot of Zerg players will try to use a bunch of banelings just borrowed in order to lay traps, lay landmines scattered across the map in order to diminish their opponent's marine count. We have a lot of Zerglings being built now, and of course banelings as well. In total 22 banelings, just a few seconds, 9 Mutalisks, that's all there is. He doesn't really commit to the Mutalisks. He's going for the Infestors now. He already has Pathogen Glands, and this drop that's starting across the map, well, he knows about it. He has all those Overlords, and he knows fully well that there's a drop going on. The Overlords are going to die though. There's no chance that he can save them. Both, oh, the Mutalisks need to be very, very careful. One of them already dying, but the Zerglings are a little bit too much to handle for the Marines. There's no way he can deal with them. +2/+2 attack up when armor upgrades are also being researched for BboongBboong. 4 bases against 3, but oh, nice! That's what we are talking about. The bailing bombs for BboongBboong. 2 Thors. Pretty early, I like it. I really like it. We have Dream now with Thors in order to counter the Mutalisks of his opponent. But, well, BboongBboong, as I already mentioned, not committing too hard to Mutalisks. He only built 9 of them, is now switching into the Greater Spire upon finishing his lair. He should research Adrenaline Glands, though. He should definitely research Adrenaline Glands, especially since he's already in possession of a 4th base. I'm still waiting for drones to be transferred over, or at least be built, so that he can saturate this 4th base. And apparently he has a problem with its waypoint, as the Zerglings are still waiting. And here comes a small attack in the middle of the map. Well, not that small at all. He's trying to go for it with Lings and Banelings, trying to take down the Marines and tanks, and he is doing a lot of damage. He is killing most of the army of Dream. Dream lost quite a ton of units, Marines, Thors and siege tanks alike. And now once again another stim trying to kill the creep tumors, trying to get the creep spread under control, but another force of Lings is now just attacking. +2 armors already done, +2 attack, not just yet. The Greater Spire has been morphed, though more and more Lings are coming in. Nice fungal, but the Mutalisks have to be careful. This one Thor is already able to take down a lot of them. Will there be another fungal? No, most of the medivacs with only 2 HP. But the 4th base is still ready. Dream now with more supply though. Dream has the 4th base. He is building a planetary fortress now, taking a 4th, and at the same time pushing his opponent's 4th, trying to deal a bit of damage, maybe take down the drones. Even the hatch could fall to this attack. We have 3 additional Broodlords being morphed. He's going for the +3 armor upgrade. Also the Terran player with double upgrades once again, +3/+3. The Banelings at least killing the Marines, but this is the end for the 4th base of BboongBboong. And this is the problem on Antigua Shipyard for Zerg, securing the 4th base. We have Mutalisks now harassing the 4th of Dream a tiny little bit, but the planetary fortress is already saving this expansion. And of course also the Marines and the new build turret are really important in order to defend against the Mutalisk attack of BboongBboong. 172 supply against the 174 4th base being built on the right side of the map now for BboongBboong Prime. Will he be able to win this game after all? It looked pretty decent in the early stages of the game, but now we have Dream with 4 bases against 3, 4 mining bases against 3 that is. And BboongBboong needs some time in order to be able to get this army that can take down Dream. There are already ghosts in production, and they will provide a very, very important service to Dream, as he needs the snipes. He needs the snipes to take down those those Brood Lords, and the 4th base, it will fall. We have a small attack in the middle of the map. The Marine Commander was just sent out in order to take down additional tumors. Scanning ahead, but the Brood Lords are in position. More of them are being morphed. +3 attack now researched for the Zerglings. At the bottom we have 2 Marines attacking the hatch to be built. But, well, what can you say? Right now, the Terran player is looking pretty solid. 1,300 minerals banked up for BboongBboong, though. He has the minerals, he's lacking the gas. A drop in the back being shut down by a fungal and the Zerglings. But will the army be enough? We have 130 army supply for Dream, 104 for his opponent. Dream might be close to tie the series in this clan 1-1, but the Brood Lord attack, this will be the significant attack. But look at the unit tab, we already have 7. We have 8 ghosts, a bunch of Vikings, Thors, and this is quite a lot to deal with. Will BboongBboong be able to take down Dream's forces? This is what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. The 4th base for BboongBboong is ready, and here are the ghosts sniping the Brood Lords immediately. But the queens with a lot of transfuses, and there are 5 of them, 5 queens. He should try to use an EMP, but he does not, and this might prove to be a problem, as once again BboongBboong is funneling the entire army of Dream. Dream will lose so many units. The ghosts with problems. It doesn't look like they're going to survive. Most of them are already dead. Only 3 of the ghosts are left, and now the Brood Lords have a very good position to attack his opponent's army. Will there be more funnels to take down the Marines? It certainly looks like we're not going to see another funnel, but it won't be necessary, as the Brood Lords are doing an awesome job. There are Vikings in the back, though. He needs to take down the Vikings with the queens. There are still enough queens left to put a little bit of pressure onto the Vikings. Most of the Brood Lords are gone by now, though, and oh, the middle of the map is now once again in the hands of the Terran player, as Dream is able to shut down this attack, take on the Brood Lords. After all, as soon as the queens ran out of energy, there was a huge problem for the Brood Lords to keep alive, as there weren't enough units to babysit them, and now Dream is just trying to rebuild his army as fast as possible. He has 4 Vikings. There's not much anti-air for BboongBboong. He doesn't have Brood Lords right now, and he is lacking the income. He only, well, if he loses this 1 base at the bottom, then he will have lost the game. We have already Ultralisks this time. The switch to Ultralisks for BboongBboong, they are on max upgrades in just a few seconds, already on 3, but he still needs chitinous plating. A bunch of Zerglings just trying to roam the map, having a quick look if there's another base being built for Dream. That's not the case, but we have the Zerg player with another attempt to get a 4th or 5th base at the bottom left, already scouted by this drop, and it will never see the light of day. Well, not even with the Zerglings and the Banelings trying to defend. No, he has to cancel. He does not cancel the base. He's losing it. And now Dream is switching to Marauders. He will be ready for the Ultralisks. He has siege tanks in position. 5 Ultralisks won't be enough. There are a couple of ghosts for snipes. We have Marauders with Stim and obviously 3 upgrades. Wow, and he's even catching some of the Infestors out of position. The Marines pay dearly, though. No, they don't. They actually are able to get back into the safety of all those medivacs. Wow, well done by Dream. Maxed out now. Dream with 200 supply against 172. And, well, BboongBboong is quite in trouble. He needs a miracle now. BboongBboong needs a miracle. The fungal misses the Marines, but at least catches the Viking. And whoa! The Banelings do a lot of damage, but BboongBboong is dropping in supply equally. Dream is losing a lot, though. Wow, borrowed Ultralisks, as he realizes that this one Ultralisk is a little bit out of position now that the whole rest of the army died. But BboongBboong is dropping in supply way too fast. The Spine Crawlers are not enough to defend the space, and the Marauder and Marine combination with the Medivacs is now taking charge of this game. We have more and more units streaming in for BboongBboong in order to defend, but it's not enough to take down this army. There are still a few survivors, and the reinforcements should be able to kill this base and therefore just crush BboongBboong's dream of getting a second win in this clan war between Prime and MVP. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second semi-final, and it looks like Dream is about to tie the series. This will be the 1-1, as BboongBboong is now nearly mined out. That's the only base that he has right now. His income is just shut down, and Dream, with 4 bases, is now getting a 5th and will be in a position where he can just max out once again. BboongBboong is down to 86 supply already, and he won't be able to start a comeback without income at all. This match is over. Dream tying the series 1-1, even with those nice burrows with the Ultralisk saving some of his units. That won't change anything at all. 24,000 resources lost to 38,000 lost. This already tells the tale. There's the GG. BboongBboong leaves the game, and we have a 1-1 in this clan war between MVP and Prime.